start new topic, that is business forecasting. Business forecasting. Uh, See, in this particular topic, we have to study two different methods for forecasting. But before to start that method, let us discuss about this word forecasting. Any of you know what is the meaning of this word forecasting? Any of you? What do you mean by forecasting?
Sir, to predict the future.
You are
To predict.
yes, perfect, perfect. To predict the future, that is forecasting. And business forecasting, that means to predict future in business. To predict future in business. So you can say that this is one of the most important topic for commerce students, because if you want to forecast about business, then how to do that thing? Let us take one small example. Let us assume we have a data for different years and price of Reliance in stock market. Price of Reliance in stock market. Let us assume we have data for 2005, 2006 up to 2020. Let us assume this is the price of Reliance for 1st January 2005. 1st January 2006, we have a price for Reliance industry in stock market. So this data we have. We have a data for price of different years for Reliance company, Reliance industry in stock market. And now from this data, we want to predict the price for 2025. Then the question is how to predict it, how to know the value of that. Any of you know any of the method to solve this problem? Any of you know which method you can use to solve this problem?
Sir, can I say?
Yes, please.
Sir, we can through time series.
Perfect. Through time series, you can do that thing. Perfect. That is the one of the method of forecasting, that is time series. You are absolutely right. Okay. Anything else? Any another method?
Sir, index number.
Yes. That is also possible by using index forecasting. You are absolutely right. Then anything else?
By regression method.
Perfect. By using regression, you can forecast. You are absolutely right. By using regression, you can forecast. So you know that there are different method of forecasting. Here we have to study in this particular topic. We have to study to another method of forecasting. Okay. Out of that two methods, you are familiar with one of the method up to certain extent. Now, which method we have to discuss in this to discuss that particular thing? Before to start that thing, let us discuss about regression, because that we already completed in our previous lecture. We know that considering this is x and y, and to find out the value of y for the given value of x, we know that we have to use the regression line of y on x. So that is the method of forecasting. Okay. Now we also know that regression line of y on x is y equal to a plus bx. y equal to a plus bx, that is the regression line. And we know that how to find out the value of a and b. There are different methods, and for the different values of x we are able to find out different values of y. True, perfectly all right. Okay, now the question is, this is known as linear trend. This is linear trend. That means linear equation. Linear trend means linear equation. What is the assumption in this particular thing is there is a linear relation between the price and time. So it is like this. What we have to do in scatter diagram, in graphical method, we have to plot the price for the different time. So 2005, 2006, that time we have to take on x-axis, and on y-axis you can take price and plot the points like this. And then after, you have to draw one line which passes through majority of the points, or number of points are nearer to that, in such a way that the error should be minimum. Now what do you mean by error? Any of you know what is the formula of error?
Y cap minus Y.
Yeah,
Y minus Y cap.
yeah, you can write y cap minus y or y minus y cap. Answer remains same, only sign will change. So both are valid, but this is better. Y minus y cap is better. But you can write y cap minus y, no problem at all. Only the difference will there in sign. Okay. Now if what is y and what is y cap? Y is the actual value and y cap is the estimated value. Y is the actual value and y cap is the estimated value, and we have to minimize the difference. But if you know that the total of that should be 0, because there are few positive value, few negative value, ultimately we get total 0. Now if total 0 is there due to this negative and positive sign, okay, so if some value is minus 500 and some value is plus 500, and ultimately we get total 0. But this error minus 500 and plus 500, that is big error. Now maybe big error. Now we want to verify whether this line is really good. This particular line, in this the error is minus 500 and plus 500, that we want to check. So it's always better to take square of this. And now tell me, if we take square of error, we know that negative value becomes positive and positive value becomes positive, remains as it is, positive. Now after taking square, if we get still value 0, is it possible?
No, sir.
Okay. There is one case in which this is possible. Taking square, we get total 0. Which case? Tell me.
If error is 0.
Yes, you are absolutely right. Means all these values are 0. If all these values are 0, their square is 0. And if sum of square of error, sum of square of error, sum of square of error, sum sigma square of error, if sum of square of error is 0, that means whatever your actual value and estimated value both are same, then and then we get to difference 0, and then we get square 0. So when y equal to y cap, there is no error, and if there is no error, then obviously This, whatever the estimate is a perfect estimate, means whatever the line is a perfect line. Now the question is, if it is not 0, instead of 0, if it is 10 or 100 or 1000, and 0 is not possible, but out of this 3 value, which one is the most accurate value according to the prediction? That means
10.
10.
10. Yeah. So what is our main objective? Our main objective is to minimize this sum of square of error. And how to minimize? Minimize this sum of square of error, that is our objective. And how to minimize this sum of square of error, that we have to study in one method which is known as least square method. So what is the objective of least square method? What is the objective of least square method? The objective of least square method is to minimize least means minimum. What we have to minimize? Square. So we have to minimize the square. Square of what? Square of error. So the name of the method is least square method, in which we have to minimize the sum of square of error. And the line or equation which will minimize this sum of square of error is considered as the best line or best equation. So the equation which represent, or the equation by which we are able to minimize the sum of square of error, is considered the best fitted line for the best fitted equation for the given data. So if I have data like year and price, considering this x and this one is y, I can use number of relations between x and y. Like one relation is y equal to a plus bx. This is what? Linear relation. You can write y equal to a plus bx plus cx square. This is also relation. Do you know what is the name of this relation? Any of you?
Quadratic.
Pardon? Pardon?
Quadratic equation.
Quadratic.
Yes, quadratic equation. Now listen, let us discuss graphical method once again. If we take time or year on x-axis and price on y-axis, and the values are like this, or if values are like this, and if we use straight line method, that means linear trend, if we use here linear trend, then obviously it is not considered as the good trend line. Reason is the shape of the points are not like linear. So can you tell me which one is a better option for this type of data? Okay, now can you tell me, if we draw the graph of this, what is the shape of this graph? Y equal to 5 plus 2x.
Curvy linear.
For y equal to 5 plus 2x?
No, it is linear.
Okay, you are absolutely right. It is linear, like this only. Or like this only for this type of data. Now, if we have a data or the equation like this, two plus 3x plus 5x square. Now, what is the shape of the graph for this equation? Any of you know? What is the shape? Means how to draw the graph for this? Let us draw the graph for this. How to draw the graph of this? Let us put x equal to 1, find out y. Put 2, find out y. Put 3, find out y. 4, minus 1, minus 2. You can put 0. So number of values are there. And now plot these points on a graph paper. This is x-axis. Here we have a minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3 like this. And we have a different values of y. Just put values, different values of x here. You will get different values of y. And then if you plot, you will get the graph like this or maybe like this. That means for this type of data, the good or better fitted line is not linear, but it should be the quadratic like this, y equal to 2 plus 3x plus 5x square like this. So what is the meaning of this discussion? Let us discuss that one. What is the meaning of this last few parts? See, once we have a data for x and y, and if we plot values on a graph paper like this, and if we draw a line like this, and for particular value of x, if you want to find out value of y, you can use this line. For different values of x and y. This is one method which is known as graphical method. By using in time series, you know that how to predict that one. Okay, so now tell me, what is the disadvantage of this graphical method? Any of you know? I want to use graphical method only. So what is the disadvantage of this graphical method?
We cannot get the exact value.
Perfect. You are absolutely right. We are not able to get exact value. Different person can draw different lines to get, and they will get different values of x. Sorry, y for the same value of x. So number of different person get different answer, or we are not able to get exact answer or same answer or perfect answer in this graphical method. You are absolutely right. And that is why we require some another method to get the perfect answer, and that method is known as least square method, or you can say that regression line. But whatever we study in regression, that is only for linear. Now if we have a data like this, we have different values of x and y, and if the values are like this, so obviously if we use straight line method, it is not valid. Then if we use a curvilinear method like this, and then after if you predict for different values of x, so maybe we have a better answer. Instead of linear, if we use curvilinear, then we get better answer. Or if we have a values like this, so now which type of graph we require to use for this type of data? So once we know that in graphical method, if we plot the values and if it is like this, then which one is the better one? Linear? The answer is no. Quadratic is better. And for this type, cubic is better. Suppose we have a data like this. Any of you know which one is the best line for this type of graph? It is like this. Listen once again. If we have a different values of x and y, let us discuss. These are the days, and these are the number of patients suffering from corona. Day 1 this much, day 2 this much, day 3 this much. So, and if we plot the values, and we get like this graph, like this. So can you know that which one is the best equation for this type of graph? Any of you?
Linear.
Linear? No, not linear. If we have a data like this, which is increasing at some point of time, it is small values, and then suddenly it's increased like this, and then after it will stable or increasing in a very marginal way, then which one is the better line for which one is the better equation for this type of graph? The answer is exponential. Do you know what is the form of exponential? See, for linear y equal to a plus bx, this is linear. Y equal to a plus bx plus cx square, this is for quadratic. Y equal to a plus bx plus cx square plus dx cube, this is for cubic. So similarly, what is the form of exponential? Any of you know? What is the relation in exponential? Y equal to
X square. Y equal to x square.
it is like this only, x square. It is like this only. So if it is only x square, then it is quadratic. So x square is not the correct answer. Which one is the form of exponential?
A raised to x.
You are absolutely right. A raised to x. Perfect. Or you can write a into b raised to x. Or you can write a into e raised to bx. These are here power should be x. And the base is a constant. So y equal to 2 raised to x, or y equal to 3 into 5 raised to x. So this is the relation which is known as exponential relation. And in this particular example of corona, there is a exponentially growth. There is a exponentially growth. It's not like that day 1 there are 5 patients suffering from corona, day 2 10, day 3 15, day 4 20, day 5 25. If it is like this, so every time it's increased by 5 patients. So that is a linear. But we know that normally this is the trend. Day 1 5, day 2 100, day 3 15,000, day 4 2 lakhs, like this. So it's increased rapidly, or it's decreased rapidly. So if it is decreased rapidly like this, then maybe we have a value like this, y equal to 1 upon 2 raised to x. So, or you can say that 0.5 raised to x. Now if we take x equal to 1, we get y equal to 0.5. But if we get 2, 0.5 square, we get 0.25. If we take 3, we get 0.125. So it will reduce rapidly. So now there is a question. What should be the best line for the given data? If we have a values of x and y. So which one is the best line for this value of x and y? We don't know exact value of x and y. So how to know which one is the best line? So the answer is the line in which there is a minimum sum of square of error. The line which minimize sum of square of error is the best line. The line which minimize the sum of square of error is the best line, and to know that particular line we have to use the one method which is known as the least square method. So by using least square method we are able to find out line in which we get minimum error. Okay, now here in this least square method, we have to study only two type of equation. One is linear, another one is a quadratic. Exponential, there is some relation like this also possible. Y equal to log x. This is logarithm relation. There is some relation like this. Y equal to 2 plus 3x minus 5 log x. So it is the mixture of logarithm and linear. So it is algebraic relation. So all these type of relations are possible. But here we have to study according to our syllabus. We have to study this two type of relation. One is linear, another one is quadratic. In this particular method, least square method, there is one another method which is known as exponential smoothing method. So in our syllabus we have to study these two extra method, least square method and exponential smoothing method. Exponential smoothing method, these are two methods we have to study in this particular topic. So let us discuss, see, in business forecasting what we discussed till now. What is the meaning of forecasting, type of different forecasting and different methods to study forecasting. No doubt by index number you can forecast, by extrapolation, interpolation and extrapolation. Extrapolation is useful for forecasting, interpolation is useful for something which is missing, that means it is not for future but in either in past or in present but not for future. So interpolation which you can use in that particular thing. Extrapolation you can predict for future. Regression analysis, that is also one of the method. Economical model, different economical models are there, that is also not in our syllabus, but let us discuss that particular thing. You know that there is a supply law, demand law. To find out demand for the future, you can use by using the economic concept, you can convert that economic concept into the mathematical form, and that mathematical form is known as the economical models. So by using economical models you can also estimate the value of one variable for the given value of another variable, same like as regression. So that is also one method. Opinion poll, by taking survey, by sample survey, by taking the survey we can estimate about the future. Like that is one best example, that is the exit poll. Exit poll, that is the survey conducted before the result of any of the election. So before the result of any of the election, number of exit polls are there. They predict which party will get how much seats, and that is the method, opinion poll method. In that particular, they took the survey of different persons, and then after they will decide. This graphical method that we already discussed. In this, we have to study, in this chapter, we have to study these two methods. One is method of least square, other one is the exponential smoothing. We have to study these two methods in detail in this particular chapter. And input output analysis, that is also one of the method of forecasting that you have to study in your 5th sem or 6th sem. Okay, so let us discuss this method of least square, that we already discussed up to certain level in this linear. In regression, let us stop here because of the time. We will continue in our next lecture regarding linear trend Then after we will discuss about quadratic trend, and then this exponential smoothing method. We require minimum 3 lectures to complete this particular topic. In every lecture we will discuss one method. So I think this is enough for today. If you have any question, any query, let us discuss that. Any of you any problem, let us discuss that one.